What's going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am a self-aware, diagnosed narcissist, and this series right here is dedicated to making my TikToks and YouTube shorts longer. Today's episode is going to be about how a narcissist will never admit to a lie or take accountability if there's nothing to gain from it. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. So when it comes to narcissistic people admitting fault, there has to be something to gain from it. This commentator is right. They will never admit it if there's nothing to gain. Hey, I need you to admit cheating on me. Why? Are you going to leave me? No. Then I'm not going to admit it. There has to be a benefit to a narcissist admitting any type of wrong. Be begging, pleading, crying for you to stay. If you try to leave them for doing something wrong to you, they might admit it then. Look, I'm so sorry, and this is what happened to me, and I've been going through some trauma that I've been dealing with since I was little, and it just boiled over now, and I should have talked to you about it, but I didn't. And most of the times, the only way to get a narcissist or a toxic person to admit fault is to have some type of leverage over them. You have to have leverage in order to be able to hold people accountable, narcissist or not. But especially narcissists. If you don't have any type of leverage to hold them accountable, then no, they're not going to admit to lying. They're not going to admit to stealing, cheating, whatever. Because what are you going to do about it? That's the narcissistic mindset. If I don't admit it, you're not going to do anything. So there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed that TikTok break or the YouTube short break, whatever you want to call it. But you see, as you can see, that woman said, hey, they will never admit to anything, which is true at its most core, most basic state. Narcissistic people will not admit to anything unless, again, here it goes, unless there is a benefit to them. There has to be something beneficial to that narcissistic person for them to admit fault. And when I say something beneficial, I mean keeping you there. Because a lot of times, the only way to get the person to admit fault or to take responsibility or to take accountability for anything that they have said, anything that they have done to you, is to leave. You have, like I said in the video, you have to have to hold a narcissist accountable. So first of all, accountability is kryptonite to a narcissist. If y'all looking at narcissistic people like they're Superman or Superwoman for some reason, accountability would be their kryptonite. Accountability and taking responsibility for the things that we have done is in fact our kryptonite. It just is. So in order to hold a narcissistic person accountable, you have to have some type of leverage. And I know people are like, what's leverage? Leverage means that you have to have something to move things in your direction. You have to have something like a chess piece. You have to have something, a master move or something like that. Whether it be like when you if you have kids, if you holding your kids accountable for getting an F, you can take the leverage is taking away their phone, taking away their video games, taking away any type, take their outside time and things like that. That's leverage. But for the adult narcissistic person, leverage is going to be different. A lot of times you can't take away their phone. A lot of times you can't do anything. Sometimes you can take away some money, whatever you can do. A lot of times leverage is the threat of exposure. A lot of times the most leverage that people have in these situations is actually themselves, yourself, your person. You are the actual leverage. But some people don't know how to use their leverage or refuse to use the leverage of themselves because you decide to stay. You keep staying in these nasty, vindictive relationships, and you can't hold them accountable. Like, I've been cheated on 9 times. I don't know what to do. How do I get them to stop? I see that in my comment section all the time. How do I get them to take accountability and stop cheating? Why would they take accountability if you're not going to leave? There's nothing to make them take accountability. Are you going to leave? You going to leave me? No, then cool, shut up. They'll tell you that. Nobody's holding you hostage here. You can leave. Sometimes they'll offer you the door. But if you stay, I say this in a lot of videos, if you choose to stay, the act of you staying is viewed as compliance to narcissistic people. It just is. You can get mad at me. You can say, I'm not saying that you are complying to them. I'm just saying that narcissistic people take your silence or your refusal to leave or hold them accountable as compliance, because if there's nothing for them to admit, like if there's nothing that makes them fear, admitting things, then what are they gonna do it? Like, there's nothing to make them fear being accountable. To hell with it. You have to have some type of leverage to get them to move. Let's say a narcissist is a big ass rock right here. And this is you right here, right? You can't move this rock. This rock is heavy. This is a big ass boulder, not a rock. This is a big boulder. 1,000-pound boulder. You can't move this. You're a tiny person. So what do? You go over here, you get a stick, you put it underneath the rock, right? You put some type of leverage right here, like another rock. You get on this heavy stick, you stand on this end of the stick, and guess what? The rock moves like a seesaw. You get this pivot point, this is the leverage right here. You step on it, the rock moves. You have to get the rock, a good stick in a good position. That's just a vague example right there, but you get it. That point right there in the middle, that leverage, this right here is you now. This is the leverage. Your leverage is possibly you leaving. Okay, I'm going to leave. If you do this again, I'm out. Well, you did this now, I'm out. You have to leave, and sometimes you have to leave to hold them accountable, because how else would you do it? How else would you do it? I'm not trying to make it seem like leaving is so easy, because I know everybody's situation is going to be different. But sometimes the only way that you can hold them accountable is to take you. If they want you, then you have to make them you leave. Sometimes that's how you have to do it. And before y'all, oh my goodness. Before y'all hop in my damn comment section like people typically do, why you can tell everybody to leave, but your wife stayed? Well, y'all please, for the love of all things holy, stop comparing me to these unaware, non-therapy going, narcissistic, toxic ass people. Stop doing that. Like, what makes you think I'm the same as them? What do y'all do? Like, you tell your wife to say, I'm putting in the work. I've been in therapy for almost 5 years. I've been working on myself for almost 15. I am not them. So don't compare my situation to that situation. Well, you told them to stay. What do I get to blah, 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 blah? My wife left. That's the leverage that she had. I tell y'all to say, I tell you need to be leveraged. Take your ass and leave. She left. What'd your wife do? She left. What kind of leverage? She left. Why did she come back? Because I've been putting in the work. I'm still going to put in the work. I still have to go to therapy for the rest of my existence. She left. Sometimes you got to leave. Sometimes you have to dip. I'm telling you. Sometimes you have to do that. And sometimes you're scared to be by yourself. You're scared. A lot of people just like, I don't want to see them with anybody else. But what about seeing them with you? Take a step outside of your damn shell of a body now. Because now sometimes you disassociate so much because you don't want to be here. Take a step outside your body and look at your relationship how other people see it. Damn, I want to be. Do you think people are looking at you and like, damn, I wish I was them. I want to be in that relationship because that looks so good. The cheating, the lying, the manipulating, the financial abuse, the verbal abuse, the emotional abuse. Give me one of those. You think people are looking at you from the outside looking in like that if they know what's going on? You think your friends and family that know this situation are suggesting that other people model your relationship? Would you model your relationship? So if other people don't even want your relationship, why are you worried about you? Why do you want it? People are like, because this is my person. I love them so much. I'm codependent. The trauma bond. All of that exists. But I feel like if you can open your damn mouth and say, I'm trauma bonded, that means you can break it. Because narcissistic people that learn about the trauma bond, because some narcissists are educated too. The same information that's out there for empaths and people, victims and survivors, is also out there for narcissistic people. Also out there for narcissists as well. 100,000%. So they see, you trauma bonded? Oh, no, if you can say the trauma bond is there, then the trauma bond is a choice now. You're not trauma bonded, it's a trauma choice. People are crazy as hell, y'all. I'm telling you. They will take advantage of you, they will use you, they will abuse you, they will get rid of you. So you have to be able to stand in your truth. Like I said, y'all worry about them treating somebody else better. People are worried about how you getting treated right now. How about worry about how you getting treated right now? Because are they going to treat somebody else better at the beginning of their next relationship? Yes, that's how it goes. Are you hoping to get treated better at the beginning of your next relationship? I'm assuming so. And if you try to leave this person, if you finally use your leverage to try to leave this person, and now they start offering you things that they could have done before, ask yourself this question. Why didn't they do it while you were in a relationship? And a lot of times you don't have to ask them to do this stuff. You don't even have to ask them to go. You don't have to ask them to go to therapy. They're trying to go to therapy. They're signing up. They're trying to do marriage counseling. They're trying to do all the stuff that you wanted them to do after you leave, after you use their leverage. Ask yourself why they didn't do it while you were in a relationship. Because that's their leverage. They're trying to do the opposite thing to you. They're trying to use the leverage of therapy, use the leverage of marriage counseling, use the leverage of, giving you access to the money, whatever their leverage is, they're trying to use it on you. The springboard, you use the leverage on them to push the rock out the way, they're trying to jump back on it and push you back, catapult you back into the relationship. Narcissists use leverage, so you need to use leverage as well. Whoever has the most leverage wins. And I don't know what leverage look like for you in your relationship, but get that leverage. Find leverage in your relationship, or you won't be able to hold them accountable. That's just the truth. No leverage, no accountability. That's the crux of it right there, y'all. But anyways, y'all, I have a one-on-one here. It just hit 12 p.m. Tune in tonight, y'all. Me and another self-aware narcissist, Mr. Raw Motivations, on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. We'll be going live tonight on YouTube and Facebook at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in. You don't want to miss this. Like and subscribe. Turn on those notifications. Until this is out. Peace.